Brian Hamilton doesn't go anywhere without the tools of his trade. He considers himself part sculptor, part portrait artist. The stars he works on consider Brian Hamilton one of the best at what he does because he brings out the best of who they really are.
She doesn't notice it as a change, she notices as the fact that it's better, it's stronger. Her face is becoming more glamorous as opposed to kind of wearing a lot of makeup.
Brian Hamilton has worked with actress Terry Garr for years. She says the rigors of makeup bother many actors.
But I want to be bothered. Because I think makeup is very important for an actor, and it helps them find him or her, find their characters. It helps me a lot. So I always say, put it on, pour it on. I want to look like my hair exploded. Can you do that?
Yes.
There. Great. Love it. Brian, if you just pull the hair out as far as you can so it catches the wind. That's going to be great.
More than makeup man and hairdresser, Brian Hamilton is a stylist. Top Hollywood photographer Michael Childers knows Hamilton can deliver the look Childers wants and deliver it fast.
My job afterwards, I feel, with the photographer is being right next to, like, say, Michael, and I look for details. I'm a detail person.
Perfect, Brian. Love it. Good, Don. All perfection.
The Hamilton touch has graced dozens of magazine covers, hundreds of stars who often become friends. Among his favorite subjects,
Lana Archer has probably got the best lips in the business. I mean, they're beautiful, they're full. She looks really great in red lipstick, but she looks even better in pink.
Brian Hamilton will never forget the morning Kathleen Turner showed up for a photo session.
She had a little cold, and, you know, she was sniffling, and she had little puffy eyes, so I got some ice cubes out of the freezer and wrapped them in, you know, in paper towels, and I made her sit there and just, you know, rub them around her eyes to get the puffiness down.
Oh, he got the puffiness down all right, if everyone with a cold could look so good. But maybe a tougher challenge than concealing illness, doing makeup for men.
Putting makeup on a man is an art in itself, because you have to create the look that makes them look their personality without it looking like makeup.
Now, maybe you noticed Brian Hamilton adjusting Terry Garr's sweater, curling up her blue jeans. See, in addition to doing makeup and hair, Brian Hamilton is a star dresser. He gives them that special look. Consequently, if you wander the streets of Beverly Hills, you'll see a lot of Brian Hamilton. I mean, he loves to shop. On a typical shopping spree, Brian Hamilton can spend up to $25,000. $25,000 his clients gladly pay, because more than a wardrobe, Brian Hamilton creates a total look.
Kathleen Turner could wear this. She wears a lot of black, a lot of dark colors, so she could pull off this look with her hair up, pull it up in the back, or she could actually pull it, just leave it down on one side, and just throw it on and run out the door.
On this shopping spree, Brian Hamilton leaves wearing a new leather jacket. After all, Hollywood's image maker can't forget his own. It has turned a matinee idol into a monster, the boy next door into the girl next door, or the girl next door into a movie legend. The magic of makeup.
Okay, what you need to do is apply your highlights and shadows a little bit stronger so you get more dimension.
Makeup artist Damon Charles doesn't mind sharing his secrets. These are, after all, his students, enrolled in a 6-month program at the Institute of Studio Makeup. In those 6 months, students learn a trade, and that in real Hollywood, nothing comes easy.
I treat you like a director treats you. I've directed a few films, so I'm going to treat you like a director. I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to scream at you when you do something bad. I'm going to pat you on your back and hug you when you do something great.
Damon Charles teaches all aspects of makeup, from the sculpting of creatures that will become masks to the application of inflatable bladders, which create the illusion of bubbling flesh. Oh, students also learn how to make people beautiful. Just be careful how you compliment them on their work.
If you tell somebody that a beauty makeup looks good, that's the worst comment you can make to a person. The best comment is it looks clean. It doesn't look like makeup.
Many of Hollywood's leading men can spend up to 2 hours in makeup. All this for a no-makeup look.
This side is much smoother and much softer than the other side. This side is already flawless. In a few minutes, he'll be putting on highlights and shadows to make the nose very strong, cheeks very angular, and the eyes very prominent.
If any of these students need encouragement, they just have to look around. The Institute is also a museum. There are the life masks of Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi, and Peter Lorre. But most everything else on display is the work of graduates. Damon Charles claims 92% of his students get jobs after graduation.
What's nice about having these things is that when a present student sees something that a former student does, they look at it and say, gee, this is great. How can I make it better?
Each Halloween, it's the same story. Regular folks drive by the Institute and ask Damon Charles to make them up monster style. They're willing to pay $15, $20. Damon Charles' rates start at $1,500. But he'll do a convincing job. Ask a Los Angeles police officer.
I was pulled over by a policeman because I had a corpse in my car, and he unfortunately, for whatever reason, thought it was real, which is a good reflect on myself.
In addition to being a school and a museum, the Institute is also a retail outlet for makeup and accessories.
Rosie, here's your blood, all 2.5 gallons of it.
Damon Charles is known for concocting the best movie blood in Hollywood.
Let's see how it flows. Whoa, that's pretty good, don't you think?
Though direct sales are enjoyable, his primary concern remains the students. Some will get jobs while they're still in school, which delights the instructor.
I go out on location when students are working to make sure that they're doing a good job. If a director or a producer or anyone ever has any problems, I'll send somebody out to help those students, and it doesn't cost anything, because I guarantee my students' work.
Lately, Damon Charles hasn't had to visit many sets. His students are that good. They leave the Institute having learned more than a few skills. They have mastered a craft.
And that's where the money comes in, our time. And our time is very valuable because we do magic. And magic is what makes the whole thing seem real.
Of course, sometimes magic can't be performed without some off-camera help. Candice Bergen doesn't like to spend a lot of time in makeup. Consequently, she works with people who get the job done fast.
Now you'll be panning very slowly panning, panning with me over here to the hair area of makeup, where we discover Judy Crown.
Hollywood's most famous heads of hair trust the hands of Judy Crown. As a film star, Bergen is accustomed to having the best. When she began shooting the hit TV series Murphy Brown, Judy Crown delivered.
Notice how she trims the ends, snipping on a diagonal. Why is that exactly, Judy?
Well, that's so that your hair can be layered and we can scrunch it.
Layered and scrunch it.
Bergen is less than a half hour away from shooting when Judy Crown begins cutting and styling her hair. This kind of pressure is nothing to Judy. After all, she spent 13 years in a Beverly Hills salon.
I don't like to get in here any earlier than I have to, because Judy works as fast as anybody I've ever worked with. She's also as good as anybody I've ever worked with.
Candace really has good ideas about her own hair. She knows what she can wear, and she's really good about saying, let's do this or that, and it always works.
So you see,
There she is.
20 minutes later, a scrunched hairstyle. You guys want to go next?
Now, when a customer leaves a beauty parlor, that's it. Their hair is on its own. Doesn't work that way in the entertainment industry. No, when the star leaves the makeup room and comes out here on the set, Judy Crown is not far behind.
Insert video, take 1.
Act. I have lease agreements showing that chicks involved in toxic jump dust.
Cut.
When Judy Crown hears the word cut, she springs into action. While it's the director's job to watch performance, she must pay close attention to the actor's appearance, an appearance that must be consistent.
I make sure that every hair stays in place so that when they do another take or if they do a close-up on her, then everything matches, and you don't find in the close-up that the hair is like this, and in the master shot the hair is another way.
Judy Crown is often the first person stars will see when they come to work. That contact and the nature of her work create a special kind of relationship.
When you work on a film, you're working with that person every single day, and you spend the first hour or two with them every morning. So whatever is bothering them or is making them happy, they have a tendency to share.
Judy Crown gets to know the stars in a way few ever do, but this is the entertainment business, where even good things may come to an end sooner than later.
It's an interesting thing, though, that you get to know them so well during a film, and then you may not see them again for years. That's an odd thing about this business.
Only in Hollywood, I'm Peter Jones.